Fear of riding your horse. Today we're going to talk about a couple things. We'll start off with beliefs. What we believe about ourselves makes a huge difference in terms of the thoughts we have, the things we say to ourselves, and the behavior that follows. There was a study done. It's kind of a gruesome experiment. And what they did was they took rats and they put them in a cylinder of water. And the idea was to see how long they would swim before they would give up and drown. And so they put a number of rats in these cylinders, and the rats swam and swam. And the average time was just under 50 minutes. The rat would tire and consequently stop swimming, and it would sink and drown. Part of the experiment was they took some of these rats and they pulled them out of the water, they dried them off, and then they put them back in. Now, those rats were swimming and they were under the belief that there was a possibility that someone would take them out of the cylinder. Most people could never guess how long those rats continued to swim. Where the average rats who were left in the water and just left to fend for themselves until they gave up and drowned lasted 14 minutes and 30 seconds, under 15 minutes. The rats who were taken out, dried off, and then put back in again lasted an average of 60 hours. 60 hours, all because they had the belief that someone might come and pull them out and save them. Now, that's a pretty incredible difference from 15 minutes to 2.5 days of swimming before they gave up. And that's the power of beliefs. The beliefs that we have inside our minds, in an unconscious part of our mind, color everything that we do, how we travel through the world, how we feel about ourselves, how we behave, and the results that we get. Beliefs are that important. Now, most of our beliefs actually were formed around the age of 5 or 6 years old. And at that time, we were little kids looking up at adults who were telling us what to do for our own good. But nonetheless, we were being controlled and taught that in order to get along in the world, we should please other people. Now, that's great in some instances, and it's not a bad thing to be able to follow rules and please people up to a point. But when you get to be a grown adult, pleasing other people is not necessarily the best way to travel through life. It's better that we take care of ourselves and do what's best for us. Again, a lot of these beliefs might have been fine when you were 5 or 6 years old, but when you're a grown adult, these beliefs no longer serve you. And the good news is we can change our beliefs and in turn change the way we look at life and travel through the world. Look for more, equestrianhypnocoach.com. Follow me on social media.